Testing 1, 2.
Toot, toot, toot.
I am the Dadcrafter, and this is another live stream on the internet. Today we are once again jumping back into the chest cavity mod, where we have played quite a bit already. We are on episode number 14. Can you believe that? 14 episodes deep on this, the chest cavity mod challenge, where I, the Dadcrafter, have collected all sorts of bits and pieces from different mobs throughout the game. Like we've got a skeleton's decayed spine, we've got an enderman's just about everything, we've got enderman sausages up here, of course, we've got our ender dragon sausages, our ender dragon head, and then a whole bunch of other ender dragon pieces. But what we've yet to find is a goat, and we were joined some time ago by the creator of this mod, and he encouraged us that the goats are a cool thing to open up and take the muscle from, because it is extra springy and it will allow you to jump higher and have a little extra fun in your Minecraft world. So I've got my elytra in bad need of some mending. I also could really use to put some unbreaking on it. So we're gonna maybe set out by boat, maybe set out by air. One way or another, we're going to set out to find ourselves that goat here today. Sammy the Fox, welcome to the stream. Happy to have you here today. Just trying to get my bearings about me, because as I logged on here today, I realized it has been almost a full month since I have played on this chest cavity challenge. I don't just play on here at random. I pretty much save it for my live stream, so you guys do get to see all of the time that I spend in this particular world. And yeah, it's just been that hectic in my life the last few weeks that haven't had a chance to get on and stream, haven't had a chance to get on and even play for that matter. So we will get some fun in today. Nathan Rich Liz Lord, hi, welcome to the stream. I know, Sammy, I honestly was starting to feel like I need to get on and stream, because I don't want you guys to think I disappeared on y'all. Yeah, shout it out. Nathan Rich.Lizlord12, shout out to you. Thanks for joining the stream. And yeah, Sammy, I'm trying just to squeeze one in today. I don't know how long I will ultimately have with stream. Nathan, you're going to have to help me out here. I am not really sure what it is that you're asking for. But if it's reasonable, I don't see why I wouldn't help you out. Let's see, I need to mend up my elytra. That's next. I need more sugarcane because I need to make more fireworks. So I'm trying to find a mountain area, a biome where goats would spawn. And that's proving to be more of a challenge than I thought it would be. Let's make this a little bit bigger. And let's see if we can't get it to be a little more. Yeah, I don't think my pants have mending on them though, so that's not going to be as easy of a fix. The elytra already has mending on it, so that's a little bit easier to fix. But we'll see. Maybe we should be doing a little bit of emerald farming here at the same time. We do have a trading hall. We could always use that trading hall to get some emeralds, and then use those emeralds to get more of the mending on, or get mending on more of our armor. That would be worth doing. Would also be great to get somebody to trade us some. I do like the way you phrase that, Sammy. Your legs are almost broken. I was just watching Forrest Gump the other day, and it just makes me think, Lieutenant Dan, what happened to your legs? Yeah, we'll leave it at that. Wow, this music is like killer today. I hope you guys aren't having to turn your volume down to avoid it as much as I am. Let's see. We got to trade some iron for emeralds. Nope, not you. Of course, these guys all want to sleep right now. Where's my... You're my stick man. Are you my... There's my... Oh, but he won't trade it. What the heck? Why is that? I don't understand. Why will these guys not... What do they not have access to? Ugh. I'm going to have to get somebody all the way back up to where they'd be willing to do an iron trade, because apparently I don't have anybody that will do an iron trade right now. I mean, this is just nonsense. You're my mending? No, you're my infinity. You must be my mending guy. Yeah, that's 26, and it's going to be tough to get 26 emeralds if I can't trade iron with this dude. And I should have a couple of guys that I can do iron with. Why does this guy not want this? He's on the other side of this still. He needs to get there. I think I need more workstations. Let's go ahead and sleep. I think that's the key. That's the answer here, is I need some more workstations. I think I need another one of these guys, or maybe another one of these guys. I'm not sure which, but I do think I need another one of one or both of those. So I think I need a furnace. No, I guess not. How do you make a blast furnace? I need some smooth stone. Alright, so we gotta get some smooth stone. So we'll go ahead and get that out of the way. We'll pop some of that in here to get us... No? Can't do that in a blast furnace, apparently. Okay. We will put this down. And we will pop that in there. And we will grab that. And we will get some smooth stone. I wonder why this hasn't been long enough. Oh yeah, each villager needs their own station. I think that's the problem, because it's definitely been long enough. I think it's the each villager needs their own station issue. We'll get some smooth stone, and we'll make ourselves another one of those. And how do we make one of those guys? What is that, a grinding? Yeah, what's that? Stone slab. Okay, so we need a stone slab for that. So we need a few pieces of stone. Let's see, can we make the stone slab now? Yeah, we can. And then we needed some wood bits, it looked like. Maybe some sticks. How's that? Does that give us what we need? No. No, it doesn't. How about now? Yeah, there it is. Okay, so we got a grindstone. So we'll lay that out. Let's see if that helps. And then we just need to make our blast furnace, which we need that, and then we need to do that because we need smooth stone, not just regular old stone, but we need actual smooth stone. So we're trying to get our villagers to reset their trades, because right now all we've got is some novices, but of course we don't have what they want, which is emeralds or random items. Not random, I guess it's coal, which I don't have. So I don't have the coal that they want. I don't have the emeralds that they want. So I need to get my guy back to trading me iron. And the only way I can think of to do that is going to be to get him a workstation so that he can actually exchange his stuff. I am hoping you all hate these villagers as much as I do, because I can't stand the noise of them. There we go. So now he's attached to it, and boom, just like that. Okay, beautiful. That was the issue. So now that I've got some emeralds from him, I can try to get one of these guys leveled up. I think we'll go with this guy. We'll buy an axe from him. We'll buy an axe from him. Enderman, welcome. Wondered when you'd find your way over here. Yeah, that's okay. Lower that price. Drop it to 1, would you? Would you drop it to 1? I can go for a 1. Yes. Alright, so now we're going to have to get some more emeralds. Yeah, so if they don't have a workstation, they can't, like, refresh their inventory. And because there was 2 guys attached to that same workstation, one of them kind of loses access to it. So that's what was going on there. Ah, yes. Enderman. You sensed that the stream was live and that there might be an opportunity for one of your brethren to be turned into sausages. I understand. we'll have to see. You know, those guys just kind of pop up when they pop up. You can never predict when an Enderman's going to show up. I have not. I tried looking it up the one time, Enderman. I couldn't find it, though, so I haven't had a chance to go back and look for it again, but I will. I just got to get back there. I don't like that golem down there. That's never what I like to see. Let's go ahead and make some sticks for our stick man. Get some emeralds off of you. I just got to get the other guy to where he'll trade. This guy here, I want to get him to where he'll trade with me. What am I looking for? Yeah, I got emeralds. That's what I'm looking for. I just got to get him to where he'll trade me for my iron, like this. And then boom, because then now I can level him up. Vortexity Pact? Is that... I think that's what I looked up. Yeah, so now buying axes does me no good. The better thing to do is to sell him the iron. And I guess I'm pretty low on iron at this point. I have a ton left to sell anyway. Let's see, is my farm working? Because that would be nice. You found it, Sammy? Okay, so that was probably user error on my part more than anything. See if that gets our farm working again. Alright, well the real goal there was to get more emeralds. I think I net ended up with a few more, but not enough more to get mending on my pants, which is what I really could use. 15, what does he charge? 26? 26 and a book. Guess what we need is do we have any more emeralds or anything tradable? Not really. Make some more paper. Do we have any leather? Not currently. Yeah, we do. Okay. So we got some paper, we got some leather, we can make some books. So make some books because those give us a chance of enchanting. Yeah, I can do some more stick trades, that's true. Where's my lapis? I'd like to get lucky and enchant a book with unbreaking, but of course that's asking a lot. I don't know if that's really... not sure if it's smart. Hey, Tup Pup, welcome. And we're going for a goat for the muscle. We want to make some big jumps. That's the goal here. Some big jumps with the goat muscle. Take that. Come on now. Can I get lucky, huh? Okay. We're not going to waste everything on that, 'cause that's not working. Let's see. We could do this on... would that make any difference? No. No, it would make no difference at all. Let's see. This rain is just ridiculous. Alright, we'll save that. Enderman, you'll have to give me a little bit of time because I got to figure out how to get it installed on my end and then decide if it's going to be something I just do a quick game of or if I do a whole series of it. So I might check it out, like do a live stream where I just kind of check out the mod. That's probably the most likely thing that I'll do first. Maybe get a chance to do that next week. I would say that's probably the best guesstimate that I can give you right now. All right. I just want to sleep through this storm so I can get myself on the road. I don't really need 100 axes. So let's see. We can put that one down. We don't need that. Don't need that. That doesn't hurt. That doesn't hurt. That doesn't hurt. Don't need that. Don't need that. All right. I need more fireworks, but that's going to require more paper. So, Enderman, while we're in this stream, why don't you give us a quick rundown? What is Vortexity Pact? What do you do in that one? What is the goal? What would be my challenge, I guess, other than just figuring out the mod? Like, what would I be trying to do if I were to play that one? That's what I'm all about here. Is I'm all about you gotta you'll get me interested with a good challenge, something that I can sink my teeth into and feel like it's, you know, hey, this is new, this is different, this is unique. That would definitely get me more excited. Because like I said, it's been a month since I've had a chance to play this game, this challenge, this mod. So, you know, time is definitely my greatest enemy. I thought I could reach that one. But I will say we all make the time for the things that we want to make it for. So if you can give me a little tidbit here, build some excitement around it. You know, this is the Vortexity mod. I'm sorry, Vortexity Pact mod. In this mod, you are a vortex shield and you get packed. And also, Enderman, you have to tell me: are you the creator of said mod? Is that the vibe I'm getting here? Like this is your mod? I'm asking in hope that it is, because I'd love to give you some extra exposure. It is. Okay, awesome. Well then, yeah, let's talk here. Give me a little bit. Give me a little bit of information about the mod, and then yeah, let's start streaming it. Let's figure out how I can help you get a little more exposure for it. Super Mario, it's me, Mario. Welcome to the stream. All right, I don't know. I feel like I'm not trying to waste time here, but I feel like I'm just wasting time instead of going looking for the goat that I want to go look for. I'm just trying to get some mending, but I don't know that I really need it right now because my pants aren't going to get broken searching for a goat. So let's do this. So let's go trade what I can trade. I'm pretty good at getting stuff set up, Enderman, but I definitely will take you up on that if I get stuck somewhere. My challenge was the day that I looked for it, I don't think it was available, or maybe I just looked wrong, but I could not find it that day. But once I find things, I'm pretty good at getting them set up. So I think that did just give me enough. No, 26. I'd be one short, but I don't really think I need it. I don't know if there's anything else I need from any of these guys either. I could just get a new pair of pants too for not much more. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go and we're gonna empty some inventory space, and then we're gonna just fly. We're gonna boat fly, kind of do a little bit of boat, a little bit of fly, because I don't want to use up my elytra completely and have it crap out on me again like last time, because that was frightening just thinking about like how would I get home from far away if that thing died on me. So I think we'll do a little bit of boating. Yeah, Enderman, for real. Like I'm excited to see this. You gotta show us what this mod is all about, or at least like tell us. Just give us a nice description of it, because that'll help us get going, and if nothing else, should get you a couple of downloads here from the crew. It's hard, right? Imagine trying to read what everyone's saying and playing at the same time. That's when you really start the struggle. I feel like I don't have nearly enough paper. That's not enough paper. Let's see. There's a little. There's a little. We need more paper. And then, no, I have gunpowder somewhere. There's the gunpowder. Yeah, that's not going to get me very far. Bring half of that with. We're going to leave that behind. Leave that, leave that, leave that. We'll leave those. Alright. I think we're good. I get like 400 frames per second. Didn't I just cut down a tree? I did. Losing my mind here. I just want to be able to make a boat. Alright, let's see. Enderman is suffering. My friend made Abysmal Ascent. It has a few downloads. There's an interesting one. What's that one about, Super Mario? Right. Last time... Oh, you know what? I want to bring a bed with me, because I don't really want to have to be out at night. Alright, so the last time I took off, I went the other direction, the opposite direction of the way I'm going right now. So we're going to take off this way. Tech and magic, Enderman says. So we're going to take off going this direction. There's a delay between audio and video. Is that happening for everybody or just for Enderman? Mario, climbing 12 dimensions from the bottom of the world to the top of the world. Now that's interesting. I always forget to do this. I need to... 576 and 1992. I'll write that down. Alright, that way, when I inevitably get lost on this journey, I can find my way back. Contains a Dadcrafter special, something you are playing right now. I assume that means Minecraft? not entirely sure what a Dadcrafter special would be, but I'm going to assume that you mean Minecraft. So this does not look mountainy at all, so I think that's the wrong direction. Oh, the chest cavity mod. So it's got the chest cavity mod within the vortexity. Gosh, I lost it again. It's in the chat there, but I forget the name. Within your vortexity mod is the chest cavity mod. That's interesting. I think this is the longest that the Minecraft music has just played non-stop. Has it stopped this entire stream? I certainly don't think it has. Within the vortex. I like that. I can say that. Enderman, you got to work with your audience here. Within the vortex, so that's something I can handle. It's over here. Just drowned. I've opened plenty of drowns. I don't need to open up a drown. I was wondering if I might see somebody new. Little underwater ender portal. No, underwater nether portal. Sorry. Ruined portal, if you will. Looking for a mountain. That's what we're looking for here. Some kind of mountain where we can find a mountain going. I'm just trying to, like, at this point, I just want to, like, check some things off the final list. I'm negotiating with my son because I don't really want to have to do the wither. I don't think that's going to bring a whole lot of fun to the stream if we have to figure out how to. I would basically have to build a wither farm in the end where you kind of trap them beneath the bedrock, because there's no other way that I'm going to get a wither half life so I can open it up. So I think that one I'm debating, but I feel like I want to bow out of doing anything in terms of chest opening the wither, which leaves me with that's like you got to kind of get super creative with a wither fight. You know, like you can't just do it vanilla. You got to do something out of the ordinary, which is fine, but it's just I was hoping. I don't love that. I don't think this version has the warden, Mario. I think we determined it's version 1.18, and I think that precedes the warden. So no warden to open. With the dragon was really our big end of the end challenge, so to speak. But what I do want to do is make sure we explore this mod fully, and in doing that, there's like a couple of things that we still need to do. Like we need to get the goat. We know for a fact that you can get goat muscle. We need to find a llama. I could have put that in the stream name also. Like we are also looking for a llama. So if you happen to see a llama that I miss, please shout it out. And then all the enchantments. You're right. I forgot about that. There's enchantments, and then there are what are the other things? I guess the books and the armor. Yeah, enchantments. So we got that to explore. So like I want to be able to get to a point where I can ultimately do like a wrap up and say like this is the chest cavity mod. This is how it works, and kind of make like not the definitive video on it, but make a video that really closes the door on what this mod is, how it works, all that kind of stuff. But to do that, I gotta experience it all first. So that's kind of where we're at right now, is in the experience it all part. And we're starting to get closer to feeling like we've experienced at least most of it. I feel like I've been here before. This looks oddly suspicious. I'll take one flint. Oh, that seems odd, but this just feels like I've been here before. Don't ask me why, but I think I have. But that's okay. Okay, so we're still not seeing anything that looks very mountainy, and that's what we need in order to get our mountain goat. Is we need a mountain. We need something that's gonna give us enough height, enough of the right terrain. Goats in general are tough to find, so that's the challenge right now, is just trying to find a goat. And I think we're gonna boat there. We'll find our way to wherever we're going by boat, and then we'll hopefully just do a quick fly back. Oh man, Sammy, taking the plunge into all the mod packs, huh? I will check out the Vortex one. Really? Enderman, if you can verify that, that would be quite interesting. I have it on good authority that they exist in this mod, but that doesn't mean the good authority can't be wrong. That is kind of a tall hill, I suppose. But yeah, if anyone wants to do a quick Google search for me and tell me whether or not goats are in 1.18. Save me a whole lot of time searching if I knew I was searching for nothing. You'd also break my heart, because then it would mean that I was misled, and would kind of throw some cold water on the idea that the person who I'm talking to is actually the mod creator. Can I bring up the F3 menu? It is, where does it say? Yeah, 1.18 is the version. Okay, so goats are in this version. That's good to know. What we got right now are cows, sheep, and chickens. I think we've established that a chicken cannot be opened. Yeah, chickens do not have enough. Chickens do not have enough life. Now we got some pigs. We're making progress into different mods. These are pigs and sheep. I'm sure we've opened a pig before, yeah. I feel like somebody in one of my comments had asked me about putting a pig's heart into something, and I can't think of what it was, but let's just grab a heart just to have it on hand. We'll just pretend that that pig didn't need his heart. But that way, if I can think of what it was. Need to ruminate, that's right. Yeah, and I'm definitely Tup Pup. I'm looking for a mountain right now. That's absolutely what we're on the lookout for. Although it wouldn't be the worst thing. I think I more or less found my way back to my original spawn. That's interesting. Wouldn't be the worst thing if I found a, what are those things, panda in this forest, because we have not had the opportunity to chest open a panda. So that's worth, you know, kind of exploring this bamboo forest for a moment. We've not had the opportunity to make a panda steak. Oh, I thought that was one there. It's a cow. Yeah, I'm not. Cow makes a lot of noise walking around. Not that I don't, but no. Alright, so I don't see anything in there. So let's go ahead, let's jump back in our boat. And let's keep looking, because I want to find a mountain. Something tall enough that would have goats. Okay, so I feel good. Enderman and a few others have now confirmed that we should have goats in this version, so that's the good news. That's the good news. 12 viewers, not bad. I'll take that. Welcome, everybody. If you're just joining us, I am the Dadcrafter, and we are making our way, hopefully, oh, there we go. That's what we're looking for. Some tall mountains where we have a chance of finding a goat, because what we're looking for here is some goat muscle. We want to chest open a goat and steal its muscle so that we can bounce when we jump. Sounds silly, because it is silly, but that is the goal that we have for ourselves at the moment. Sometimes goals are silly, but that does not make them any less of a goal. All right. So, maybe the goats were the friends we found along the way. They need snow, Enderman? Is that like, it's like it must be tall enough for snow in order for goats to show up? Because if that's like a known, then we can probably call it here, because this one is not tall enough. Yeah, there's no snow on this one. We're not that tall. Which begs the question, is it more effective just to fly, which certainly is. But we also know that we're going to run out of both fireworks and elytra if we try to go that route. So we're going to have to get back down on the ground here sooner or later. But we'll fly for just a minute here to see if we can't find something to work with. We found a village. These could be fun. Let's see. Anything worth taking in this village? Have we been to this village? I feel like this is the village that we came to by boat. I'm almost certain it is. All right. Well, village is not what we're looking for. What we're looking for is... Yeah, you guys are right. Like, definitely, we're all on the same page here. What we're looking for is snow-covered mountains. Yeah, that was definitely the village that we've spent some time in already. Oh, man. It's not just you all. My frame rates are struggling to keep up with this flying, so we're going to pause for a minute and let the game just catch up. It's all right. You know, everything's got to be a challenge. So the challenge for this is goats don't just want to, you know, chill. They want to hang out somewhere up hard to find. It's their prerogative, and that's okay. We'll find them. It's just going to make it a little harder than it was to find some of the other mobs. You know, I think follow would be the wrong word, Super Mario. I'm aware of the Olympics. So, yeah, I mean, I'm excited for the USA winning some things, but not a die-hard Winter Olympic fan. I'm more of a Summer Olympic fan. Gotta love the Norwegians. Is that who you cheer for? Is the Norwegians? Gotta keep an eye on that elytra. Yeah, it's a fun thing, the Olympics. You know, every 2 or 4 years you get to like really take on national pride around sports that you have never heard of otherwise. Like Summer Olympics, there's some of that, but Winter Olympics is where they just bust out the most absolutely insane sports and then look for ways to make them differentiated for competition. Like speed skating, pretty normal-ish sport, but the fact that they managed to break that into so many different like competitions, kind of nuts. But then you get into the stuff that's just nutty in its own right, like the skeleton and the luge and the bobsled, where people are just flying downhill at 100 miles an hour with absolutely no protection. It's like, okay, you get a gold medal because you were the only one from your country crazy enough to try this, and then when you got to the Olympics, you just happened to be the fastest of all the crazy people. So congratulations, here's your gold medal. And like, I'm all for that. Like, gold medal for being the craziest person at the Olympics, done. All for it. But yeah, just from like the vantage point of like determining who's the best at a sport, I'm gonna challenge that when it comes to a sport like skeleton, you're not actually getting who is the best at the sport. You're getting who is the best out of those that were willing to try. Oh boy. Got a skeleton back there I could hear shooting at me. We're going to come here and sleep this night off. I hate to say, but flying around while streaming seems to be making my frame rates struggle a little bit. Enderman, what do you call a skeleton that's heavy? Oh, what do you call a skeleton that's heavy? I don't know. What do you call a skeleton that's heavy? I'm not sure which direction I want to go at this point. Well, that's what I always ask. Like, how does somebody get into that? Like, how do you get in? And how about, what's the one where you're like, you're skiing and then you have to stop and shoot? I think it was like duathlon or something, which is a goofy name because that just seems like it'd be something else. But, a skeleton. I like it. I like that. I got to give that one the ba-dum-bum-ch. But yeah, you're skiing around a track and then you have to stop and shoot a target, and that's just like part of the race. Biathlon, yeah, exactly. Like, how is that? How is that? You know, like, look, I mean, I get it, it's cool, but like, how does somebody get into that? It's not. I'm not talking fun or not fun here. I'm just talking like, how does somebody decide? You know what sport I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do that one where you have to ski and then shoot a target. So I mean, those are just a couple examples. I know there's more that just aren't even coming to mind at the moment. Man, all I keep finding are more like jungle and just not the biomes that are going to have a goat. That's just Finland living. Yeah, well, there you go. You know, it's a sport that was designed to really favor the country where that is literally what they do. There's that aspect of it. I'm not going in circles, am I? Because that's the other risk here, is like, I could just be... Oh, what's going on here? Pufferfish stings? What? do pufferfish just like randomly sting you as you swim over them? I don't think I've ever had that happen before. Oh, Major League Gaming has become a big thing. I don't know what games they play. Here in Romania, we do the sport of pickpocketing. Well, that sounds like a lovely sport. How do you play? Ooh, a dark oak forest. That's cool. Let's see. Have we been here before? No. I don't think we have. Ooh, not much worth taking here. Pickpocketing competition is crazy. My friend actually got pickpocketed in Romania twice in 1 week. Yikes. That's no fun. Oh, man. Enderman, only twice? Sounds like a slow Tuesday to Enderman. Only twice. Sure where I'm going. He was out of things to pickpocket, or it would have been 3. Yeah, you can't get pickpocketed 3 times if you only had 2 things. How's that elytra doing? Yeah, it's doing. I think we're gonna have to start flying again because this boat and stuff's just moving too slow for me. Yes, we're going to have to do a little flying. Worst case, we've got the mending. We can always mend it back up. We've got some paper, so we can make... We got some more fireworks. That's the good news. We still have more gunpowder, a little bit more, not a ton. So you got to keep that in mind. The computer's just going to have to figure out how to keep up. Another grassy, low. Where's the mountains? Bunch of turtles. I got a beach full of turtles. Beach full of turtles, but no mountains anywhere to be seen. Mario, I do enjoy a little bit of travel, yeah. Oh, shoot. I think I may have just discovered the problem. I never plugged my computer into the charger. Now it's just popped up that the battery's about to die, so maybe that'll help. Alright, plugged in now. Retire and travel. Yeah, a lot of people do enjoy that. It seems to be a fairly good form of retirement, to just be able to travel around the world, see different things. Oh, I was like, well, that's weird. There's an iron golem just standing in the middle of nowhere. It's because we found a pillager outpost. Alright. Well, I'll tell you what we have not opened up yet is a pillager. Well, he didn't have anything really that looked special. I kind of panicked there because I was getting killed. I gotta block this off real quick, and then I can be a little more... Is that gonna block it? Yeah. Then I can be a little more, I can take my time a little more with the next guy. Yeah, Enderman, you don't really sell me on the whole don't get pickpocketed in Romania thing. I feel like that is almost certain pickpocketing. Let's see. Ooh, bottle O enchanting. That could be useful. Don't need that. Let's see, we'll take those. We'll take that. Let's see. Come on. Why are they not coming up at me? Come at me, bros. Oh, there's a decent mountain over there. I don't see snow, but... Enderman's going to teach us how to not get pickpocketed. I like it. Good lesson to receive. We'll have to go get these guys to chase us up here, I think. Where are you at? There he is. Come on. Come on. Where'd he go? There he is. Come on. Come on. Come on. Alright, so he's got like normal muscle, pretty much like, I think you'd make a human sausage out of him if you tried. Let's put it that way. Okay, so like we can grab a little muscle. Let's see. We'll grab that one, and then we'll grab an intestine. We'll let them handle each other, because apparently that's what they want to do. Ooh, shot me. Who's shooting me? I have no idea who shot me. Oh, the fanny pack, that's the ultimate. That's like the American secret. Go anywhere, do anything, just put it in the fanny pack, you're safe. The go anywhere, do anything, and know you're gonna be safe. Fanny pack. I'm absolutely guilty of being the dad who's walked around Disney with all my stuff in a fanny pack before. have the slightest bit of regret about it. Yep, I was right. Raw man meat. That's what we get from our friend the pillager. Which means we can go ahead and craft ourselves up a raw human sausage. Can I sleep up here, or are these guys gonna make that impossible? No? Cool. Well, good news is you can make a sausage out of a pillager. That sausage is a human sausage, but, you know, it's a sausage nonetheless. Do we have, is there anything that we wanted? Guess we'll take the carrots and the logs. Enderman, I just read back up a little bit. Too bad we'll follow you home and steal your stuff. That just doesn't sound very sporting at all. If I make it home, I should be safe, right? I mean, that's the way it works. Feels like that should be my reward for making it home. You made it home. Now you get to live. We'll also take the iron from your blood if you fall asleep. Yikes. Now that's starting to get dark there, Enderman. Let's keep it friendly. Just a normal Tuesday. Just a normal Tuesday. And yeah, Top Up, absolutely a staple of the I'm sorry, Super Mario, absolutely a staple of the dad is the fanny pack. You cannot go out on a family vacation without one. Oh, there's a lot of these guys. There are a lot of villagers in this pillager outpost. I have to say, I did not expect quite so many pillagers. Is that all of them finally? Oh, they're all dropping me bits and pieces. Look at that. That must be some usable something. Let's see. A lung. You know, if I needed a backup lung, or if perhaps I needed a backup kidney, I could borrow those, or some backup muscle. We're good though. I think. Do you understand what 100% alcohol is? So don't try to outdrink us. Oh boy. Now we're having a drinking contest. All right, that's cool. I get it. I'll sit that one out. But you do you. All right. Where was that mountain? This way. Let's see if that's tall enough, because if it's not, like I just don't even know. We don't really need a heart. Oh, you know what? We did. Where was that heart? Was that safe to use? No. No. Darn it. All right. If it was safe to use, we could have thrown it in and gotten some extra hearts, but it's not, so doesn't do us any good. Let's see. Does this get tall enough? No, doesn't look like it. Well, to all the 15 viewers, welcome. We are trying to find a goat, just proving far more difficult than I had thought it possibly could. The fact that my computer doesn't want to keep up with me right now is not helping much either. I'm going to try closing a couple of things. See if that maybe helps at all, but odds are it will not. Everything is possible. You know what, Enderman? Everything is possible if you believe it's possible, so just don't stop believing. Well, the problem at this point is I'm low on fireworks. I did get some durability back on my elytra when I killed those pillagers. But I may need to start making my way back to my home base because we're at 2658. We need that number to be 576. And we're at minus 51. We need to be at minus 19. So I think our choices are either start heading home now or end up not making it back. So we're going to go ahead. We'll regroup. Let's see. We got that number going down, but we need that number also going down. So there we go. Now they're both going down. Yes, they are. Okay, so we're going to go back. We're going to regroup. You got to figure out a better approach to finding a mountain goat because this one is just not cutting it at all. So we're just going to fly ourselves back to our home base. We're going to have to think this through because, like I said, my goal at this point is just to kind of put a bow on some things. So I think what we need is some more traders so we can trade for some of those specific mod-specific enchantments like tomophobia. Like, what the heck is tomophobia or tomophobia? We got to figure that one out. So we need to get that mod. Get that enchantment. So I think we need some villagers. We may have to kind of kiss the goat one goodbye because, I mean, we've gone a few thousand blocks already and just no luck whatsoever on that one. So I'm not sure what more we can really do on that one. Let's see, how's our elytra doing? Ooh, it's already down to half. Start going a little more this way. Okay, so when we get back, I think we're going to just do a little work with our villagers, maybe. I need to separate the villagers from the breeders. So we get some more. Oh boy. Got to get higher up in the air. Oh, it lags the game more? Well, that's good to know. We will only open it when we need it open, which it turns out is going to be probably a little more often than not. We're almost back. We're a couple thousand blocks left. I just have to make sure I stay high enough that I don't crash into any trees, because they're not loading in fast enough for me to actually see the trees. We want 570 and minus 19. So we're close enough now that we need to keep this menu open for a second. Alright, we should be... Oh, we need to go this way. This way. This is always the fun, finding your base when your world is barely spawning in or barely loading in. There it is. And we found it. That's the good news. All right, so let's go ahead and let's just do a general regroup for a second. So yeah, that was perfect timing to turn around and head back because we were almost completely out of juice on our elytra, so now we don't have to deal with getting back without that. So that's cool. Let's just get a little inventory space, and then what we're going to do is we're going to kind of clear some of this stuff up. So I think we need to improve some farms a little bit out here. We got a little sloppy with our farming. so let's do this. Let's go ahead and... Do we have a bucket? Oh, we got a bucket already. Okay, cool. And then we need a hoe. That's not going to last very long, but that'll get us started. Thought we had a golden or a diamond hoe maybe, but I guess not. But what I want to do is I just want to expand my farm by quite a bit. Go to options, video settings. All right, let's play here. Options, video settings. Disable VSync and put the frames per second to max. You'll load faster. VSync. Turn off VSync and put frames per second to the max. All right, let's try that. Alright, well, we'll give it a try. I can't say if I notice a difference yet or not, but probably also not doing anything that would make the difference noticeable. Let's go ahead and keep expanding this, because we need to be able to grow more. Also need to be able to grow more sugarcane, because that sugarcane farm is pretty pathetic at making it so we do not get a whole lot of sugarcane. Alright. Check F3. Okay, what am I checking for? I don't know what most of these numbers mean. Super Mario, I play a few other games. I've debated whether it'd be worth trying to stream any of those games. I'm not sure, A, how well they would stream, like just the reality of them. And B, I don't know, would anyone be interested? But I randomly started playing on a like a DOS emulator the other day. I was playing Duke Nukem 3D, and that was fun. That's another throwback to my childhood. But generally, the only games I ever play are games that my kids want to play or want to see. And they've had me playing Five Nights at Freddy's. Has been their latest thing that they've been into. So I've played a fair amount of Five Nights at Freddy's. So, Enderman, are you saying that the change was good and I don't need to do anything more? Or are you saying that the change did not work? Counter-Strike. No, I don't think I've ever played Counter-Strike. I played Call of Duty a little bit, like Modern Warfare. Not recently, but I have. Yeah, Five Nights at Freddy's it's interesting. That's the best word I've got for it. It is very interesting. But that one my kids are very big into. And oh shoot, what's going on there? I watched the movies with them, and the movies were decent enough, so that's, made it fun for me. I don't mind playing a video game and watching a movie series that goes along with it. Alright, this is going to be to try to get us some more emeralds faster. A little bigger farm will hopefully get us a few more emeralds so we can do some more trades, because the next thing we're going to try to do is get all of the mod-specific trades. And I don't know how many there are, I just know that there's at least a couple of them. But right now we're just short on things that we can trade. So we'll go ahead and plant up a whole bunch of these things. Potatoes, carrots, wheat, the whole 9 yards. And then we're also going to continue to expand our sugarcane operation here because we can never seem to get enough sugarcane. What's the sodium mod, Mario? Not familiar with that one. Your FOV to 91. Might give you 1 extra FPS, okay? So not a big improvement is what you're saying. Having on normal makes everything look gigantic. Let's see. So options, video, and you're saying change the FOV? What is which one am I wanting to change here? The FOV effects? No. Gosh, guys, it feels like with all these mods, it can't possibly make everything run better. At some point, the mod's got to slow you down, right? Main options menu. Oh, this one here. Oh. Let's see. So what'd that do? Just like zoom me out a little bit? It's interesting. Oh, wow. Yeah, you can see a lot more this way. That is interesting. All right. Yeah, I mean, I would need some time to play with it to be sure, but I feel like I like this. Enderman, that sounds like a fun stream idea to me. You know, show people how to properly set up mods and things like that. Don't reserve the support for me, but maybe we could collaborate on a stream sometime and show people how to optimize their setup. That to me would be cool. But yeah, you're right. Definitely get a broader vantage point this way. So I like it. I'm down. Take a little getting used to, because yeah, just things feel like they look like they're in a different spot. Is that what I'm trying to say? I gotta be nervous to try to do something that required like fine movement right now, just because I feel like I'm a little clumsier, but not too bad. Alright, so I wanted to separate these two rooms. And all I got right now is this, so this is what we're going to use. No, I don't want you over here. Alright, so now... now the babies will be able to get through, but the adults will not. And hopefully that'll keep these guys breeding, because right now they just like don't seem to be. It just doesn't make sense. Looks better at 90. Okay, you guys are very, very particular. There we go. So now we're at 90. When will you be able to leash villagers? You know, that's a good question. I don't know if they've added the leash a villager quite yet, but soon, I'm sure. Let's see. Do I have more wool somewhere that I'm forgetting about? Sure do. 'Cause I would like to make a bed and a bed. Just feel like they need more beds. You know, for some reason, like, it seems like the lack of beds is what's causing these guys not to want to breed more. I mean, you know, who wants to breed if you don't have enough beds, right? Let's go. So we'll go over this way. I hear a cat, and that's definitely not a good thing for the cat. If you know, you know. Looks like you are wearing them as a backpack when you swim. Oh. Yeah, it definitely looks better this way than it did. I have to agree with that. That's my way out. I think I need a... There. Alright, do I have... Have any torches on me? Of course not. No torches. It's gonna light it up in here. Alright, so they should have everything they need. Because we need to breed up some more villagers. And then... Yeah, so the one villager is a farmer, and the whole idea of that is that he would feed and breed. So it's meant to be a self-operating farm, and all of the villagers that we have so far outside of the original two have come from that breeder. So it's functional. Something has changed, and I don't know if it's the number of villagers in the area or what, but they'll breed again. And then over here, yeah, I think we're good on that. Well, all right, let's see. So we can jump into our museum for a second here and kind of get an idea again on what we have. Oh, so that's where the cat's hanging out. He decided the mini sausage needed a friend. So, you know, we've got, I think, every part of a cat in this chest. So don't really need to chest open a cat, but I mean, we could. No reason not to. No reason not to. I guess the only reason not to is that there's no reason to. Okay, so we have got, I think, all the different sausages. I don't know of any other sausages. It is early evening for me, Enderman. Oh, yep, that was my chest. All right, so I think it may be time to start considering the next mod that we're going to go after here, because, you know, really and truly with this chest cavity mod, like, the number one thing I can do at this point is kind of do like a go back and talk about the different things that we did. So, like, for example, we know that a witch has human muscle and makes raw man meat, which can be turned into human sausages. So, like, we could go through and do a breakdown of all the different things that we've seen, done, and learned here in this mod. The shulker spleen shoots bullets. Oh, and we could show off, that's right, all the different things that can be done with the different innards from different mobs. We can show off our ability to explode like a creeper. We can show off how we can teleport all over the place like an enderman. We can shoot dragon stuff. I forget what it's called, but we can do things like a dragon. We can shoot things like a blaze. We can shoot blaze fire. We can shoot a fireball like a ghast as well. Strider didn't have anything unique, I guess. Spider, we could make spider webs. The iron golem, that's the one. So we still have to figure this out. Like, we don't really, never have actually successfully used the iron golem pieces. So iron repair, what is iron repair? Like, let's figure that out. Let's do that, because that's something I actually don't know. Oh, we do have that ruminant. I forgot about that. So let's go ahead. Let's put the iron golem plating, which says iron repair. So we've got that in now, and there is a keybind for iron repair. So let's go right here, iron repair. Let's make that V. We're going to make that nothing. Oops. Yeah. So iron repair is now V. Yes, we have opened a shulker enderman. And the only thing in the shulker that was unique was the spleen, which allows you to shoot shulker bullets. Auto fixes iron tools. So let's see. We've got an iron axe. If we hit V, it's not doing anything. So I don't think that was the correct answer. Iron repair. Let's try it on this. No, that did not work either. Let's see. Iron repair. Oh, that did something. Iron repair cooldown. So what did I repair? Iron armor would make sense. Iron anything would make sense, but did anything get repaired when I did that? So I was holding an iron ingot when I hit the button, and it popped up and said iron repair, but it didn't actually appear to do anything. I'm not wearing any iron, so that, certainly would play into it. Like, did this axe get repaired? Because I think it had less durability. So I'm thinking my shovel and or my axe may have gotten repaired. Let's see. When we get this cooldown, we're going to hit the button again. And I think what it's going to do... Oh, it healed me. Oh, interesting. I didn't pay any attention to that. Well, we'll see. Let's see. We'll open our chest a couple times. So now we'll see. All right, we're at, what is that, 4.5 hearts right now. So let's see, we're almost done with this cooldown. All right, so now let's see. You're exactly right. It jumped me up by like 2.5 hearts. That's interesting. That's actually very interesting. So with that in... Oh, wow. So with the iron golems, iron plating, you would just need to carry around like a stack of iron and you'd basically be invincible. You just keep repairing yourself with the iron. I guess not invincible, because that cooldown is pretty intense. I think it was 1.5 minute cooldown. So, yeah, I think that's cool. It's definitely a neat trick, neat party trick. But at the same time, I don't know if that's really worthwhile. Let's see. The other thing the iron golem has is the piston muscle, which we never quite figured that one out. And I don't know if it's because we don't have enough of it. So like, if you look, the way that muscle stacks, like 8 or 10 here is not a full stack of muscle. So we'll put that in place of our muscle. And then I don't know if it's just that it's not enough, but I feel like we should send something flying right now if we were to attack it, because like think about how when an enderman, when an iron golem hits you, let's see, boom, yeah, that's pretty cool. You know, when an iron golem hits you, you go flying. So it's the same concept here. Is if you hit the iron, or if you hit somebody like an iron golem, then they would go flying. But I think I need more of the muscle is the problem. And my farm here, for whatever reason, does not seem to be working. I think it's because they need to be able to go to sleep, we determined. Which, the only way to do that would be to close off this guy again, which I don't know if I can do that. Let's see, can I close that off? No. Yeah, Enderman, that is just pretty accurate right there. Alright, so here's what we're going to need to do. I need to get in there, which I can't do. I need to get this guy to move. Come to me. Come to me. Come on. Come on. Come to me. Yeah, Enderman, pretty much. That's about how I envision it going. All right, zombie. Is he like stuck? I guess it's a good thing he is, because otherwise, pretty sure he could just jump right out of here right now. So let's fix that. But why is he not moving? Well, that seems to have calmed them down, though. Alright, well that's weird. Evening for me. Alright, well let's see if that'll let them sleep. So what I'd like to do then is get my golem farm working again so I can at least check that out. Mario, I hope you enjoy the drive home. Be safe. Thanks for tuning in. All right. So... Enderman, being that this is the internet and all, I try not to give away too much information. The exact time where I live falls into the too much information column. So we'll settle with it as early evening. being that it is that, probably pushing towards the end of the stream here tonight. Would like to get that iron farm working so we can see some golems and hopefully get enough muscle to try out that whole iron toss or whatever the heck it's called. But I'm starting to think that that may have been a dream my son had more so than it was a real thing that you can do, because most of the abilities have keybinds and there's no keybind for like iron toss. And I mean, the only thing is, I guess it does say launching. Did I miss that? Is there a keybind for launching? Because if there is, then I'm just silly. But I don't think there was. No, there's no keybind for launching. I was right about that. Furnace powered. Hang on a second. Oh yeah, that's one of the. That's not an iron golem. I'm thinking furnace powered because the iron golem has like a furnace inside of it. That's the one that goes with, I think, the blaze. All right, let's go see if these guys. Oh, look at that. They're not sleeping, but they did bring me a golem. All right. Oh, whoa, easy there, Mr. Golem. I guess I gotta just let him die, because if the muscle is usable, it'll drop. I think that means it'll end up in the chest. That much I'm not entirely sure of. I haven't really seen a lot of golem parts in the chest, so I hope that doesn't mean that they like burn up. Well, I don't know. Can't tell if that worked or not. It seems to have worked in that this dude gets to go to sleep now. Capitan. Late to the party, but still here. Yeah, I mean, I would think that it would be just like a matter of hitting somebody would be enough, right? Like, okay, let's go test it out on this guy. Oh boy. Ooh, we got him. Just barely. You're going to be our first pet. Come on. We talked about this, Capitan. You're just in time. Come on. How do we get a creeper with no appendix to follow us? Will he just follow me? He's lost the will to live? Is that what's going on now? Oh, no. There he goes. Come on. Come on. Come on. I know. You hate it. You just want to blow up so badly. Look at this guy. He's just like, I just want to blow up. Boat would work. That's a good call. Let's try that. Okay. I like that. This guy's just like incompetent. He's like, there we go. Now I'm in the boat. All right. Can I get in the boat with him? No, it won't let me. Oh, yeah, well. All right, sweet. Okay. So we are officially in a boat with a creeper. There we go. This can be for our next video. There's our thumbnail for our next video. Creeper diffusing business. He does look gigantic. I think he's like stuck inflated right now. Let's see. I'm going to need to get him in my museum somehow. I think I just messed that up. I think I wanted to be up a step, but we'll see if this will get us in. Oh. Yep. Darn it. We're one too low. All right. How do we get back up? Let's see. Need a leash. I have one. Oh, I don't have one, do I? No, we haven't had any wandering traders. Alright. How are we going to get this creeper in here? That's still terrifying. You hear the noise, you see the visual, but he just doesn't blow up. I don't think that'll ever not be scary. Alright, let's just get him to follow us in here. There, that was easier than I thought it would be. Alright, cool. So, he lives here now. This is Carl the Creeper. He's our museum curator. So if you have any questions about the museum of random mob parts, be sure to ask Carl. He'll be sure to answer those for you. We're going to put Carl in a boat for now, though, because we don't want Carl to disappear on us. But I was just starting to collect some resources because I think we owe our museum a roof. You know, just feels like they, you know, maybe would like that over here. So we'll go ahead and we're going to put a roof up on this bad boy. Just so that it's not getting, you know, rained. And now that we got Carl in there, you know, he's going to start complaining about the working conditions, and I don't need to deal with that. So we're going to go ahead and we're just going to give him a roof before he complains. Carl, this is your home now. I'm sorry, but you know, you get paid. Well, let's just say he doesn't get paid, but he understands that, you know, the museum works off of donations, and well, nobody comes to the museum. So Carl's working. He's confident. He's confident that if he does a really good job, the museum will finally get a patron, and then he might actually get paid. But, you know, we've got an agreement that until I get paid, he doesn't get paid. So, you know, Carl's just gonna, you know, we don't like the term slave labor, but when it's an accurate term, sometimes you just got to use it. But the upside, I'm giving him a roof. I mean, isn't that like better than pay? You're not going to get rained on. Like that feels to me like that has value, but I don't know. We'll see. So anyway, I've noticed that we have quite a few viewers joining us. So for those of you who are new here, we are playing the Chest Cavity Mod Challenge. That's our friend Carl the Creeper. He's a recent addition to our world here. He's a neutered creeper, and by that I mean that he cannot explode. He's forever just gonna hang out. I can go down there. I could pet him. He's a pet creeper, if you will. I stole his appendix. His appendix is what allows him to burst. Without it, he cannot explode. So he's perfectly safe. He's harmless to my museum, and that is why he is now the museum curator. So we'll go ahead and we'll open him up in a second here. But for right now, we're going to just continue to put a roof over his head because he has asked for one. And because we have 20 more stair blocks, we'll at least add that many more to his roof. I hate those. But yeah, that's where we're at right now. So welcome to all of you who are new here. To those of you who are not, what are you still doing here? I kid. I'm so glad that you're all here because that makes it fun for everybody. Got a few more blocks to place, and then we'll go ahead and we'll do a quick tour of the museum with our pal Carl. I'm not sure what I'm saying. Carl's going to give the tour. That's the way it works around here. So, Carl, get your vocal cords ready because you're up. No. We will not be opening Carl any further. All right, Carl. Can you see? See, he always likes to start off with a bold introduction like that, where, you know, he pretends like he's going to explode. Like, it's his favorite party trick. So, Carl, could you tell us a little bit about the museum here?
Well, hey, buddy, hi. Yeah, this is Carl here. I'm Carl the Creeper, and this is the Museum of Mob Parts, and my favorite part of the museum is right over here. It's the Enderman parts. Those guys, they always mess with me. I might blow up, but they disappear, and I'll walk right up next to one and try to blow up, and they just disappear. So I'm glad to see you got the best of one, because I never can. But I'm just glad you don't have a creeper sausage, because well, I don't know if I could work here if you had one of those. So we won't open up that one that says creeper. That one we just keep closed. But over here in the zombie one, we got all our zombie parts. And over here in the shulker one, we got the only part of a shulker that matters, the spleen. So let's go ahead, let's grab that. Thanks, Carl. I'll take it from here. Thank you very much for that. Appreciate your quick tour. Oh, anytime, boss. So we've got our spleen that we just borrowed from our chest there. That's our shulker spleen. So we can go ahead and we're going to have a little fun with Carl, because I'm not sure if this will work or not. But we're going to put our shulker spleen inside. Oh, that one's not compatible. So we're going to be a little bit more careful. We're going to go ahead and set up our keybind first. So that's the keybind we want is for shulker bullets. So we'll go ahead and get rid of that one. We'll make shulker bullets V. We're going to eat some food so we don't chest open ourselves right to death. Does that do damage, Enderman? You're right. I shouldn't do it. I was going to shoot him with a shulker bullet, but I think you're right. That might kill him. All right. So we'll go ahead. We're going to put our shulker spleen in, and we're going to not shoot Carl, because it would be a tragedy if we killed Carl. But we're going to go ahead and shoot a shulker bullet. Oh, it hit him anyway. Carl, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. Oh, I didn't mean to, Carl. I won't shoot it near you again, but if you can see, we just shot Carl with a shulker bullet. He didn't seem to appreciate it very much. Let's shoot one of these guys instead. So we just made that cow fly. That's what I thought would happen to Carl, but not so much. Oh, all right. I did not even think about how cool that would be. Ooh, yeah, well, cool at first, not so cool when the cow didn't make it, but that was actually a lot of fun. Okay, let's try that one more time. We're going to go ahead and we're going to put in a shulker spleen, and we are going to use it on a cow. And that cow is going to go ahead and go for a little ride. Hello, cow. Goodbye, cow. Oh, just a little too much. I feel like that kind of feels like cow tipping, but to a little bit of an extreme. I don't know. What do y'all think? We'll have to ask Carl what he thinks about that one. Don't you get me involved in this? Okay, sorry, Carl. Didn't mean to. All right, we're going to get that spleen out because that thing's not doing us any favors. And then we're going to go ahead and return. Oops. Ooh, chest opened ourselves there. We're going to go and check in on Carl one more time and see how he's doing here. Hey, Carl, how's it going, buddy? Oh, yeah, no, he's, he gets excited. It's okay. Got to give the guy a break. He just gets a little excitable. But there we go. There you have it. That is our Museum of Random Mob Parts. That right there, that is Carl's appendix, so we probably should put that somewhere special. In fact, we're going to put that right here, just so we remember. If Carl ever does earn his appendix back, we have it waiting for him right there. We are going to go ahead and put our correct muscle back in as well. So we'll replace that iron golem muscle with our own. We'll put that iron golem muscle right back there where it belongs. And then we are going to put in our herbivore rumen so that we can eat grass once again. I got to double check. What is the keybind that we set for that? Ruminate, I think it was called. I don't see that on here. That's right. We'll figure that one out. But anyway, we now have ourselves put back together. And you know what? That feels like a pretty good place to end it for today. Thank you to everybody who tuned in to today's stream. Appreciate having you on board. I will catch you guys here again with some more. I think the next one we're going to do here, we're going to try to focus on kind of that recap like I talked about. Carl here, he says goodbye to everybody. I am the Dadcrafter. Thanks y'all for tuning in. I'll catch you on the next episode.